The most ridiculous bits of the video foreshadowing what is going to happen later on. Probably a funny face, a reaction, or a controversial sounding take to hook you up at the very beginning. An animated intro from an underpaid artist I forgot to credit in the description. Overly cheerful greetings using my audience's custom names. Being so fast is unintelligible for the people watching me for the first time. Reminder whose YouTube channel this is. A question about your well-being that will remain unanswered. Plus I have no interest in finding out how you're doing. Call for action number 1, call for action number 2, call for action number 3. Reminding you how important it is too. Also reminding you of my second YouTube channel that I secretly care about more because it presents more original and raw content from my life. Apologies about the way I look today, explaining how I've been feeling a little under the weather lately. Apologies for the lack of content for the same reason. A surprise announcement of my upcoming merch that I will release as soon as I get into my first scandal. Letting you know that today is an extra special video. But before we continue, a huge shout out to this week's sponsor's name. Sudden change in audio quality, presenting a different camera angle of me wearing different clothes so you know how much of the video you can skip. Sponsor's name is a sponsor sponsoring this video and most likely a complete scam. Letting you know, sponsor's name produces the product. Introducing the product. Showcasing the product that I received for free and don't really particularly enjoy using, but trying to sell you on it anyway. Zoom in on the product. Touching the product. Telling you about my favorite functions of the product. Interacting with the product. Letting you know you can use my code at sponsor's name, sponsor's website for 10 to 40% off the product. Reassuring you it's a great deal. Thanking the sponsor again and getting back to the video. Enthusiastically introducing you to the basic concept of the video, but with a little bit of a twist. With a close-up to emphasize on it and for additional comedic effect. Reassuring you how super excited I am for this and letting you know I had never done this before. A suggestion that we just jump right into it. Not really knowing what to do and being a little vulnerable for those extra relatability points. A sad joke about my life that I didn't think was funny at the time of recording, but my editor decided to edit. Leaving a comment for my editor regarding this joke. My editor's funny response on the screen. Finally presenting the promised content. Diving right into it, possibly ignoring the safety measures and important guidelines. A reaction to what just happened? Being so confused right now. Realizing how ridiculous this fail was. Laughing at myself. An unfunny comment with a funny edit. Calming down. Reassuring you, I had no idea any of this would happen. Realizing I probably should have read the guidelines and or familiarized myself with the basic concept behind the content. But still refusing to read about it, because I'm like so quirky. Trying again! Failing again, but this time less funny. The overly dramatic reaction you saw in the first few seconds of the video. Getting frustrated, but letting my editor choose the funny parts of it. Finally googling a video tutorial and or tips and tricks for the content. Asking the person behind the camera for their opinion.
Their response, which you can read on the screen because they're not facing the mic.
Questioning their response and being generally confused.
A less confusing answer.
A reaction, confirming I finally understand. A controversial statement and or unfunny joke that will get me in trouble in 5 years. Suggesting a different approach. Interacting with the content again, this time succeeding. A close-up on my double chin as I continue to work on the content. A possible thumbnail as well. A quick sped-up montage of me interacting with the content with overused public domain music playing in the background. Revealing the final result! Unsure how to feel about this, but remaining positive regardless. Commenting on what we've done here today, desperately trying to convince you that it was an overall valuable experience and not a complete waste of your time. Presenting complete lack of awareness and making another joke that I will have to apologize for in the future. Looking at the person behind the camera and laughing. Letting you know I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, call for action number 1, call for action number 2, call for action number 3, and call for action number 4 if you'd like to see more content like this. Thanking sponsor's name for sponsoring the video, thanking my patrons as always, and ending a video on a positive note. With a promise of more content upcoming in the nearest future. A pre-recorded shout out to patrons name, 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 and patrons name. Using the YouTube's end screen to make sure you stay on my channel and watch more content.